I think there's a kind of nostalgic element to Ronaldo's return to Old Trafford. On a footballing scale, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Not the kind of money that Ronaldo would command. But Manchester United, for some reason, and especially what you hear from Manchester United fans, they'd welcome him back at Old Trafford. I don't see it making a whole lot of sense for them. The issue, though, for me is, for instance, when he was linked with a move away from Real Madrid, you had the likes of United, you had PSG who were interested. I'm not sure that PSG would go for Ronaldo.
But sale now. You don't want Ronaldo
exactly.
in there. You've got enough issues with Neymar.
As a result, it's one potential suitor, which complicates things even further.
I actually think Man United does make sense. And I tell you, and if the transfer fee wasn't huge, I think they could get round his wages purely because their brand, their commercial department would be absolutely doing cartwheels at having this guy back in, because they would be selling all sorts around the world. And by the way, he's still better than anything they have on the pitch. Mkhitaryan's not playing well, Rashford's playing out in possession, Martial's in and out of the team. So his experience and fit and his global selling point around the world as a commercial perspective for Man United would be absolutely huge.
From Real Madrid's perspective, if you look at Ronaldo, the player that he is right now, and let's say that he doesn't turn it around, because we expect for there to be a turnaround by Cristiano Ronaldo. But let's just say that there is a struggle for the rest of the season. If you're Real Madrid, you're encouraging this move.
Sure.
You want this to happen because at some point you have to renew. At some point you have to reload and find the next Cristiano Ronaldo. Find the next player that fits into a position in which you continue to be the team that you expect to be. And Cristiano Ronaldo is not going to last forever. So if there's a window of opportunity there, Real Madrid would be wise to take it.
Maybe, sorry, I just got Sid here, but maybe Sid can answer this. I don't know. One said his relationship with Mourinho. I'm not quite another countryman, but I don't know how it is. But if that is good, then his relationship with Ferguson, who's still at the club, Ferguson was a father figure to him. Not putting two and two together and getting five, but there is, as Shaka said, if there's one club he is going to leave for, and they've got the ability to make the money work in both senses by paying him and getting it back, it's Man United.
Sid?
Well, I mean, the relationship between Cristiano Ronaldo and Jose Mourinho by the end of Mourinho's time at Madrid was broken. Right. It was very, very problematic. Now, I don't know to what extent that may have been patched up since the departure. Obviously, they both have the same agent, which perhaps facilitates things a little bit. But I think they were actually both pretty pleased to get away from each other. Now, whether or not that can be rekindled, whether or not they can work together again, I think is a different question. But there's no doubt that the relationship is not as close as you might on the face of it anticipate it being, as you say, being countrymen, having the same agent, having worked together before, because actually it's the having worked together before which I think slightly soured that relationship.